I'm Carol, and I know my brother Peter has already thanked all of you for coming and Normdale, but that anthem was so beautiful, and I happen to know that it was my father's dear wish that the choir could be here today, and so thank you so much. My father was a gentleman, and I never once doubted his devoted love for all four of us kids and for his beloved Miriam. And I'm so thankful to have been able to grow up in a family where I could say that that is true. As I grew older, I recognized that my father had a gift for preaching and for teaching. And of course, when you're a kid, you don't recognize those qualities so much. But as I grew older, I really enjoyed going to my dad with questions that I would have about God and the world. And I always respected his responses that I found to be both very grounded and at the same time so open-hearted and creative. A wonderful combination. I felt that he had a lot of wisdom, and certainly those conversations have informed the life choices that I have made. But one of the most important lessons I feel that my father gave to me was the lesson of lessons that came not so much through his successes as through his mistakes. I feel that my father, being a man of great faith, showed me and lived for me what it means to be a human being with all its foibles and intricacies and complications and inadequacies, to be a human being and at the same time to be utterly enveloped in the outreaching hands of Christ, coming to humanity from the cross itself, wide enough to embrace the entire variety of the creation of our wonderful God and all of its peoples in all of their ways. I am so grateful for that lesson, what it means to be simultaneously saint and sinner. And I feel that that actually word of grace is, well, the final answer to this game of life. And my dad was kind of my lifeline to that final answer. And God bless his memory, and may God continue to bless others through his memory.
It is an honor to be with you here today. I'm here to share not entirely on my behalf, but also on behalf of my father, David Manfred, and the rest of our family. Instead of being here in the memorial service, my family flew to Minnesota to visit with Grandpa one final time in August. And although serving overseas becomes a great burden on days like today, I know that my family and Grandpa were truly thankful for the good days they spent together in true relationship and care for one another. I know for certain that we all have benefited greatly from Grandpa's wisdom, charity, love, and humor he gave to us all, or at least some of us got the humor. At least, and no one has he made more of an impact on than my father. It is so very evident that he is a proud son. Knowing that their last meeting would be the end, he had the privilege to say this final goodbye face to face. And he reads, starts out with Psalm 145, 3-4. Great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall praise the Lord, Thank you for being there when we needed you. He says, I remember when I crashed my mom's car and you didn't yell at me, but you were just thankful that I was safe. Thank you for your funny jokes. At least most of them were funny. Thank you for loving Mom. I know that was easy. Thank you for visiting us in Cambodia when you were in your 80s. No small task. Thank you for helping us no matter what our need was. You have lived life well, and our family has been the beneficiary along with so many others. You have been nonetheless. We know this is the last time we will see each other on this side of glory, but I want you to know that I love you so much, and it is a great honor to be your son. With my love and thanks, David. It is no doubt we've all been beneficiaries of Carl Manfred's life, and for this we remember a great man, a man some of us have been honored to have as a grandfather and a father.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christy Manfred, and I am one of Carl's 11 grandchildren. I was privileged to grow up in close proximity to my grandparents, so I was able to get to know my grandpa quite well. Carl Manfred is one of the most remarkable people I have ever known. When I remember him, there are a few things that come to mind. The first is a sense of humor. Most of you that knew him are aware that he could tell a joke on any subject at the drop of a hat. Perhaps it was the pastor in him, but he was always able to somehow pull a joke out of his library of mind and masterfully tell a witty joke that would somehow relate perfectly to the subject at hand. This ability always kept family gatherings fun and light. I also think that his sense of humor has instilled an important thinking quality that I admire about our family, and that is the ability to laugh at ourselves and make light of any situation. Secondly, he was a man of great faith and humility. He, along with my grandma, stayed very involved in their church and donated lots of time to various charities, such as the prison ministry and emergency community services. Additionally, he was very hospitable to others and opened their home to people in need. He did all this with a sort of quiet humbleness and never broadcasted his good deeds. He passed on his values in the most genuine form of all, and that is through example. Another thing that comes to mind when I think of my grandpa is that he was very sharp. Even into his older age, he would complete the crossword puzzle in paper each day and play Scrabble with my grandma. When I was younger, I remember him watching Wheel of Fortune and was always amazed at his ability to solve the puzzle way before the contestants could. The last thing, and perhaps the biggest thing that comes to my mind, is that he was an excellent grandpa. For me, he was always there to drive me to various activities and watch me when my parents were away. In middle school, I would sometimes sleep through my alarm and miss the school bus, and he was always there to drive me to school. I remember he used to joke and say, I know the real reason we slept in was to see your grandpa. When my brother was growing up, he helped him with their responsibility of making jobs to help out around the house. The influence he has had on our family can be seen in all his grandchildren. At family gatherings, you can see his sense of humor has radiated through. His desire to give back to the world can be seen in all his grandchildren,